What's up, gang? Welcome to another episode of The Grind. Get ready. It's a new day, and we're going to talk about humbling yourself in order to be great. Humble yourself in order to be great. I know a lot of people that have a lot of talent, and they're doing good. They may think they're doing great, but to me, greatness is reaching your full potential. How many people do you see out there that they're doing good, but their potential is to be a Hall of Famer? Or how many people do you know that are doing good, but they're actually doing great because for their potential, they've kind of maxed it out. They've done everything that they could possibly do, and that's awesome to see. But I want to talk to you guys about humbling yourself in order to be the greatest version of yourself that you could possibly be. See, we as human beings are great with evolving. We're great with evolution. We're able to learn things. We're able to come up with new medications, new technology, new things that we learn all the time. And the same thing goes in business or in sports or if you want to be great in anything. But let me tell you where people lack. Some of the greatest competitors have a type A spirit. Not always a type A personality to where they talk a bunch, but that happens too. But I'm talking about type A spirit. They got this stubbornness about them that they're going to find a way to make it happen. They got this grit and determination about them. But let me tell you where they lose sometimes. I see people losing because they're not humbling themselves enough, because they have so much pride, so much of that tenacity and energy, which is great, but they got so much pride that it actually hurts them. You have to humble yourself in order to be great. And I'm talking about humble yourself in a way that as long as you believe in your coach, as long as you believe in your mentor, and you know their heart, and you know that they care about you, no holds barred, you got to be willing to do whatever it is that they tell you to do. Anything. And a lot of people are going to say, when you do that, they're going to say, oh man, you're just kissing up. You're just kissing butt. Don't do that, please. I can't stand people that kiss up. Nobody wants a kiss, you know what. But you have to be coachable. There's other levels to being coachable. I'm talking about 100% of what they tell you to do. You got to be 100% coachable in everything that they're telling you. If they tell you to eat a certain thing, eat. If they tell you to read a certain book, read it. If they tell you to get up at a certain time, get up. They tell you to go to a certain place, go. If they tell you to do something, you can't be 99% in when you're being coachable if you want to be great. You got to humble yourself. And so many times people got so much pride. They'll say, man, I'm a grown woman. I ain't going to do that. I'll do everything but that. I'll do everything but this. You have to be 100% coachable, and it takes such a spirit of humility in your heart to do that, because everything inside of you, especially as you get older and you get to be an adult and you're more mature, everything inside of you says, yeah, but I'm 40 years old, 30-some years old. I don't need to listen to this person. I don't need to listen to that person. If you want to be great in whatever it is, pick it. Sports, martial arts, being a student, being great in business, whatever it is, find a mentor, humble yourself. I'm talking about, I want you to take an inventory right now and start checking up over this next week. You know how people in fitness, they'll tell you to take notes, and they'll tell you, jot down everything that you ate this week and bring it to me. I'm asking you to jot down all week things that your mentors tell you to do. Every single thing. I don't care if they tell you to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day. Everything, big or small, stupid, whatever. Every single thing that they tell you to do. And ask questions and go to them. Don't wait for them to come to you. Go to them and ask them specific questions that you want to know. How do I be great? What do you suggest of me? If you were me, what would you do? Go ask them this stuff. Jot down this week all the things that they tell you. And then I want you to look at that thing. And over the course of the next month, I want you to see how coachable were you. 100% coachable? You can't get a 90%. In school, you can get a 90% and pass. In being coachable, if you're 90% in this deal, that's the difference between you being great or being average. Being a top 1%er or being at the bottom 10%, 20%, being coachable. Look at your list of what your mentor told you to do. Don't rebuttal, don't ask no questions, just implement. Try that for a month, 100% for a month, and see what happens. I think you're going to be encouraged that you're going to see growth in some areas. But don't speed it. Don't rush it. That's a different message, but people don't have enough patience these days. I believe truly one of the biggest tips that I can give you as a person is find a mentor, find a coach, listen to 100% of what they tell you to do, big or small, and over the course of time, you're going to get very, very good results. Thanks for joining me on another episode of The Grind. Humble yourself and let's go out there and be great. See you next week.